Hello everyone, my name is Tara G. Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Here's what went down when Matthew Casey and Gabby Dawson tried to adopt a baby boy. Matthew Casey, Jess Spencer, was a part of another fan-favorite Chicago Fire couple with the great Gabby Dawson, Monica Raymond, until he began dating Sylvie Brett, Cara Kilmer. One of the major turning moments in the multi-year Friends to Lovers storyline of Casey and Dawson, nicknamed Dossie by superfans, was their legal battle to become parents to a small boy named Louie Thompson, Austin, and Aiden Cohen. Think back on the legacy that Louie left behind at Firehouse 51 during his time on Chicago Fire. How did Gabby Dawson, Matthew Casey, and Louie Thompson all meet each other? Naturally, Dawson and Louie first met in a blaze. In episode 21 of season 4, Kind of a Crazy Idea, the team is called to an apartment complex to put out a fire on the top floor. Dawson discovered a woman who had collapsed from what appeared to be a heroin overdose while searching the nearby apartments. When Dawson got down on one knee, she spotted a frightened boy cowering behind a table. She yelled to Christopher Herman, David Eigenberg, who was assisting in the unit inspection. "I found the kid." She appealed to the youngster. "Come on, sweetie." But he was too frightened to move. Chief Wallace Bowden, Eamon Walker, had just issued an order for evacuation when the top floor began to crumble. Dawson pleaded with the youngster to come with her, telling him, "I don't want to scare you, but if you don't come out, I'm gonna have to come after you." He made it to her on all fours just in time, and she guided them to safety. Dawson rescued Louie from the flames and then brought him to the ambulance so that Brett could check him out. However, Louie refused to release go of Dawson the entire way. "That youngster has you in a deadly grip," Herman warned. She found out later that the unconscious woman next to Louie was actually his foster mother. After much resistance, he was readmitted to the foster care system. She even asked his caseworker for help obtaining the blanket he'd been asking for before letting him return to the home. Later in the episode, she checked in with his caseworker and expressed concern that Louie might not be receiving the best care because the organization was overwhelmed. Was Louie adopted by Dawson and Casey? Dawson proposed fostering Louie to her significant other Casey. They were destined to be together, she argued, because of the way he had leaped into her arms and clung to her with all his strength. Casey's initial reaction was that they were too busy to bring a youngster in, so Dawson set out to do it on his own. She stated, "I've been thinking about it a lot, and it's the right time for me," before adding that it might not be the right time for Casey. Say it with me. "I'm going to do it on my own." In season 2, episode 22, Where the Collapse Started, Dawson asked Chief Bowden to recommend her by writing a letter of recommendation. The political struggle for Casey's Louie. Casey's opposition to fostering the child melted away when he saw how much Louie meant to Dawson. Casey pulled some strings to get Dawson an appointment with the foster facility, the social worker admitted at the end of season 22, episode 22. "It's because of you that I have a chance," she said him. In the premiere of season 5, The Hose of the Animal, Dawson gave Louie to Herman so that he could have his wife watch him. Herman patted Casey and Dawson on the shoulder and added, "This family thing, it looks good on you." Casey's regular book reading and bonding with Louie may be seen in episode 2, A Real Wake-Up Call. Later in the episode, though, an alderman tells Casey that he should not have jumped the line with the foster agency. Fortunately, Casey's squad was able to avoid a line-jumping probe, which meant that neither his career nor his and Dawson's custody of Louie were negatively affected. How come Louie is no longer with Chicago Fire? After tracking down Louie, his biological father asked Casey and Dawson if he may meet his kid. In episode 10 of season 5, The People We Meet, he came to Firehouse 51 to tell the couple he was signing away his parental rights since he was being deployed. "You two are good for him," he remarked. Dawson agreed that Louie should still see his father and set up a dinner where the two of them could talk, where the father eventually changed his mind. The next day, He returned to the firehouse and informed Dawson and Casey that he intended to pursue legal custody of Louie. Louie's entire extended family stepped up to court to demonstrate the abundance of love he would experience if he were to live with his father. Dawson saw this and decided to withdraw the legal case and release Louie. "I shall always love you." In an emotional farewell, Dawson promised Louie he would be there for him for the rest of his life. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel and stay with us.